Satanists today have encroached into every level of society, a dangerous and unseen force.
Lawyers, politicians, police officers, and this is very shocking at how many police officers, how many officials are actually practicing Satanist. And this is one of the other problems that we have in dealing with the crimes, is the crimes themselves are snuffed out. They're hushed up. Or if a crime is known to be in progress, it's very difficult to get anybody to respond to it because of things that are blocked within the judicial system.
By Satanists?
By Satanists.
These people are in every strata of society. We're talking doctors, we're talking lawyers, we're talking a lot of Christian ministers who preach a sermon perhaps on Sunday morning and are involved in satanic rituals the night before. We're talking elders and Sunday school superintendents. I'm mentioning the cases that I am aware of. And as you've studied this yourself and read the literature, you know that people at every level and every profession, successful business people, psychologists, doctors, law enforcement people, are involved in this kind of thing.
They have pagans, witches, traditional and non-traditional Satanists.
What is the primary goal or purpose of Satanism?
Yeah, their purpose is to rule the world.
What was your purpose?
My purpose was to get all the power that I could and to get as high up as I could.
You have explained to us that there was human sacrifice that went on inside of the Satanic Church and inside of Satanic ritual. Can you tell us how this was done?
How do they murder people? Yeah. All the children's posters that you see that are missing, they're pretty much dead. They have underground caverns in the mountains, and they keep the children and the kids and the women and men there. And then at a certain time in mid-September, October, they take them out, and they're so... Remember when I told you I could make people get away from me? Like, they'd make the people so numb with curses and stuff, and they'd also drug them up, and they'd take a sacrificial knife and they'd start from the chest and move all the way down to your abdomen. And then that's how they sacrificed, and they'd collect the blood and they'd drink it. When the mid-September through mid-November, they sacrifice babies, and nothing but babies, because they need the pure blood of the untainted children. And I didn't understand what it was like. I just can't believe I'm seeing this. Every year of my life, I've experienced that. And that was the hardest part for me, is like hearing those babies literally scream and cry. And then seeing their blood flow.
Where did they get the babies?
Yeah, they have mothers that are expecting, that they hold in the church, and they also have people that they kidnap, and they impregnate them through whatever, and they get babies from everywhere.
Why is it that no one knows this?
Because there's Satanists in the police force and also in the government, the army. They're everywhere. They're even on the council of, the representatives of the United States also. And they're silenced because this is not being exposed, because they don't want it to be exposed, because they're really good at lying and hiding things.
Russ Dizdar is a licensed and ordained minister. He was a police chaplain and was permitted to teach on the occult and satanic crimes. He works with victims of satanic ritual abuse and has investigated these satanic rituals, these occult crimes, and mind control. He founded the agency called Shatter the Darkness back in 1982 to engage extraordinary underground growth of satanic ritual abuse and its connection to the Nazis, government programs, programmed assassins. He has spent thousands of hours working with many victims and investigations of the connection and the ritual crimes.
Every single city in the United States, they are here by the thousands. They consider themselves a psi warrior, deep connections to military, to CIA. They explained to me that they said, Russ, you have no idea how deep, how broad this is. You have no idea what we're plotting. And so I'm just saying what they said. They spoke out of their mouth as a highly trained military side, deeply coven side, spoke numerous languages, including the satanic twilight languages they talk about. And they said, Russ, we're going to bring down the nations, and we're going to bring in a new order, and we're going to bring in a new world leader. You have no idea, how close we are to this. And I listened to them. I heard this along the way, but this is the one that explained it. And they said, we call it the Black Awakening, a chaos that will collapse it all, and a new order. So that connection was made, and since that time, we've heard that over and over and over and over again. Years ago, we had an officer come to our training, and they said the chief sent them to come to our training that we were doing, and then they recruited me to be the chief, a chaplain in the police department, Unit 78. They wanted, and part of the reason was they wanted me to teach in the police academy on occult crime. Well, as I'm being drawn in and being brought in and going through all the procedures and being given the number and starting to do this and ride with officers, and I've done that anyway for years prior, but the individual that recruited me was a high complex, military, multiple sub-personalities, highly trained, trained deeply in weapons, numerous languages, even ancient ones, old ones that we don't even, humanity doesn't really even use any longer, Belteshazzar, Oguam, and so forth, to do rituals. This was, I'm riding here's what occurred. I'm riding with a police officer who, in the police car, switches personalities. And they looked at me and they said, you want to know everything, don't you? And I said, you better believe I want to know. You're not supposed to know the secrets. I said, well, I want to know them. I said, listen, you know who I am. I'm not one of you guys. I want to know what's going on here. Now, I've already spent, many hours, many years with people, and all of a sudden this personality George is describing to me the ritual that is done when the creation of them, the ultimate goal. And again, I'm in a police car, and then when a call comes in, they switch back to the normal person. The normal person doesn't even know they missed 20 minutes. They're back to where they were 20 minutes prior, and they take the call, and we go on a call, and they're created, the main upfront person is created to be amnesic, not to know what the sub-personality does. Why are they in all these numerous nations? Why are they in every city? Why are they planted in police departments and in U.S. military, and why are they in places? I'm telling you, I believe it's by design. There is a plot. You understand the New World Order concept. Well, there has to be a real system. No one can take over existing systems without a coup.
When we moved to Evansville, we ran into this case down here. They call it the Blue House case. And this is one of the questions I wanted to ask Russ. But in this case, the children came to us and they said that their perpetrators, they alleged, were a Mason school teacher and a Shriner principal. So I wondered if Russ can explain how that could be connected, how Freemasonry could be connected, and all this Nazi and the sexual satanic ritual abuse.
All right, thanks, Donna. Can Freemasonry be connected to this at all, Russ?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you, Donna, so much. God bless you for your work. We need a lot of workers like you out there helping the victims. We have 56,000 Masonic temples in the United States, in every city, every township, by design. There's a reason. Anybody reading Albert Pike can see that he believes in a chaos and a new order. He believes Lucifer, the light bearer, is he's the good guy coming. We've run into the same thing. We've actually, in our taking victims' places, in our investigations, in our tracking down, we've been to many different Masonic temple areas. I'm not going to say that all Masons do this, but I'm saying there's a connection to there, whether that lower level Luciferian got in there and used it. There's no question the buildings have been used, and many survivors, George, thousands of them can talk about the connection there.